idea of a revolving door. Há uma porta giratória que você entra e sai. Evolve door, that this is the way the relationships evolve and revolve around. You go around. And I think it was a very interesting idea. We can even schedule to have her again as to come to talk more about. I always think relationship, for me, this is a mantra. When I have a relationship with someone, I always like to think about the word love, but L-E-U-V, love. Because for me, a relationship has to be listened, understand, and validate. I absolutely detest toxic relationships. I absolutely detest relationships that evolve, you're not happy, and you bring it to the social medias, and you talk about, and you complain about the child support, you complain about the bad husband, the bad father of your child. I detest. I think it reflects so bad on you understand, more than the person, because reflects that you are very bad, poor, you made a very poor choice in your life, and you keep crying about. So I am the kind of person that when I start to cry about, it's time to move. You understand? Like, I will make a conscious decision, no matter how much painful it can be for me, because you're still in love, you're still in the relationship, but I will move myself out. You understand? Because I detest toxic relationships. I detest. Like, for me, like, no. I always very patient with everybody that I have a relationship with. When I'm saying patient, my friends won't hear because I'm considered very hyper, very demanding. But when I say patient, is the regard that I would say something I don't like, or something could be improved, and I will expect the results. I will not be talking about anymore. I will not be saying anymore anything. I will let the person to understand, like where I say listen to, I listen to the other part, because sometimes it's a misunderstanding. Many times, no matter if you speak the same language, no matter if you come from the same country, there's a lot of misunderstanding in relationships. We think it's a question of a language, but no, there's so many things that play a role in a relationship. There's the language you speak, there's your background, how you were raised, your moral values, the religion you come from, your experiences in life. So you base everything in speaking the same language is not enough. So I always very patient, and because I always relate myself with people in different countries in the world, I have friends all over the world, and I had a fortune. I don't understand the question, Dream Teaser. If I prefer be personal in relationship, my personal into the private, you say, it's not a question of preference. I really don't think about how personal, how public you are. I think a relationship is always two. So it's almost like a dance. You do one step, the other person does another step, and then you move through the floor, but together, not separately. So it's not a question what I want, it's a question about the other person wants. So we can have a common denominator. But yes, the person I am, they like to be very private, you understand? So I respect that. But if you guys see us on the street, we are not that private at all. We always hug, kissing, hold hands. So if you see who I am, because immediately you cannot deny, because we will be holding hands, we'll be kissing, we'll be hugging. Okay, thank you for wishing that, but I already have my man, so I don't know. Maybe thank you for just lifetime. I don't know. You understand? I hope so. He stayed for me with just lifetime, but you never know. Because one thing I always say to people, like no matter people look at me like when you talk about, maybe this is the reason you guys like me to talk about relationships, because I always look so confident to all you guys. But one thing I have to say, you only can be confident what you feel and what you give to the other person. You cannot be confident what is inside of somebody's heart, because this one only the person knows, and God, I believe that. You understand? You can hope, you can believe what the person saying to you is true, but what the person say and the action has to match. If they don't match for a while, you start to think is a disconnection there. Maybe what he says to you or what she says to you, what he wants or she wants to be, not what she or he is. So you have to decide for yourself what you want. Today even we were talking about this. You cannot give all the powers to the other part. You have to decide for yourself as well. So this is the thing. I talk a little bit. You guys also talk about, if you guys have some questions, if somebody wants to go live with me and you continue talk about relationship, we can continue. Oh, thank you, Juma Codes. Yeah, but try to fall in love with me and the friend zone, because I'm already taken. But thank you for the love. I really appreciate. I think many times we take love for granted. I don't. I appreciate and I thank you everyone that loves me. I really, really appreciate on all levels. You understand? I really thank you. You understand? Like, if the person I love was not so private, he would testify to you guys that every time we see each other, I would say thank you. You understand? Like, because I'm very grateful. You understand? For the time spent, for the things we can do together, and I don't take love for granted. I never do. And this is something I think in our society we always take. And sometimes people see women like me and think we all take things for granted. Yeah, I like some special things, but it doesn't mean that the things I value the most are not as simple as love or reciprocity of love. So this was about relationship you guys asked. I got another question. Dreamy teaser. I don't have a fashion model business. I don't have a model agents. I'm already telling you that. I don't have that. No, I don't mind your request, but I cannot help on that. I don't have a model agent. Most of the time I dress clients, I don't dress models. And when I dress models, they are already hired by the designer, not by me. I never hire any model, you understand? So I can't make any use of any model in my business. I have an assistant that is not a model business. He doesn't model, she doesn't model, you understand? She goes to work carrying bags with me, putting clothes on somebody, pins and things like that. Oh, thank you very much for stopping by. No problem at all. You guys can stop by. Rafael, eu não falo a minha idade. E a razão que eu não falo a minha idade não é porque eu tenho problema com a minha idade, mas é porque eu acho que a gente tem que parar com isso de nivelar as pessoas pela idade delas, entendeu? Ah, tem tantos anos. Por exemplo, antigamente se falava, a mulher depois dos 40 tinha que cortar o cabelo, ou você conhecia alguém que tivesse 40, você já achava que ela queria casar com você e ter filho, entendeu? A gente tem que parar de nivelar as pessoas por a idade, por isso que eu não falo. Eu acho que a gente tem que sentir uma vibração das pessoas. Eu posso dizer a você que, normalmente, por incrível que pareça, eu atraio, apesar de eu nunca me relacionar com pessoa muito mais jovem do que eu, as pessoas bem mais jovens do que eu são extremamente atraídas a mim, somente quando me conhecem em pessoa. Tudo bem, mas eu realmente não falo a minha idade. Rafael was asking me about my age. We already talked about this. I don't say my age. not because I'm not proud of how old I am, it's because I don't like people label. Sometimes in our society we have the tendency to label people by the age, and I refuse to be part of a label. So I think so outside the box, but I have to say, I never had relationships with somebody younger than me, but most of the times when people see me in person, young people get extremely attracted to me, much younger than me, much younger. So it's quite interesting because I never pushed to have a relationship with people younger than me. So this